top 10 every night, except for the last night we got knocked out. But overall, we were pretty fast down there. Came back, we went down to Georgetown, didn't have no luck there, I think we broke. Come back, and our next show was Bridgeport, the first poker race, and we went there with a small block with wind sails and stuff, and we were pretty dominant. We kind of dominated that race, won that, and that was on the big track. Then we went on through the season at Bridgeport. I think we ran 6 races on the small track, and the rest were on the big track. I think it was like a total of 16 races, and we won 6, which 3 were on the small track and 3 were on the big track, which was kind of different, running for a championship on 2 different size tracks with 2 different rule packages. We ran the big block on the small track, and we ran the small block on the big track because that's the way the rules kind of favored it. So that's kind of the way we went, and it worked out pretty good. I think we were pretty competitive, winning the most races down there. We won the season-long championship, and we won the poker series, which was 5 races. We had the best hand in that, so first time I did that, winning a poker race series down there. All in all, you know, it was a good season. We jumped out at a few different tracks here and there. We went to Fonda, I haven't been there in a long time, and we were fast, but we didn't finish. Susquehanna, Georgetown, I think we went to Grandview, Diamond. I think all told we did 30-some races, but our best finishes were at Bridgeport. We finished most of the races, and we won by a pretty sizable amount on the points. Nobody was close. Actually, I think we wrapped it up a week early with the points. We didn't have to run the last night. That's thankful to a good crew. You know, I got Phil Cox, my crew chief, and he's been with me the last 2 years, and that really stepped my program up as far as me and him working together real good. At the track, I got Chris Kramer. He helps me, he does the tires and stuff, and Jimmy Martin. They're the 3 guys I have at the track every week, and they keep the car going, get me out there. At the shop, I got Jimmy Stryker. He helps me dismantle the cars, clean them, and reassemble them, which that's a lot of work. I got Johnny Reinierson. He comes over, and he helps run the cars during the week, and you know, nuts and bolts and goes through them, make sure everything's good that we finish. I got Timmy Hoffman. He shows up during the week and mounts all my tires, sizes them up, and sipes and grooves them and gets them ready so they're ready for Kramer when we get to the track, and he handles the tires at the track. That's key, to have good people working on your cars and your equipment to get you to the track each week, and makes it a little bit easier. That's what makes certain teams better than others as far as winning championships. You got to finish the races to do it, and then comes the sponsors. You know, we got some really good sponsors. I got a really good owner, Kevin. Kevin Bofoco is my owner, and we've been together 15 years, I think it's been now, and he's got the record for putting up with me the longest. That's not always easy to do, but Kevin's a good guy, and we pretty much were best buds. We spend a lot of time together outside of racing too. He has K&A Excavating, and that's our main sponsor. Other than that, we got Pioneer Pole Buildings, Bob Green. He's been with me 20 years, I think, Bob Green. You know, he's been a long time sponsor and supporter of my racing teams and stuff. Big shout out to Bob Green, his wife Diane. You know, I mean, they supported me for a long time in this racing, and they support a lot of things in racing. You know, it works good. A lot of racers get garages and pole buildings put up, and it kind of goes hand in hand with racing. You know, if you're going to get a race car, I've had them put up numerous pole buildings for me here at my place. They do excellent work and fast, and there's no problems. My other sponsors, Donnie Bish, Bish Sales down in Pennington there, Husqvarna dealer mowers, chainsaws, and weed whackers and stuff. And Donnie's been with me, I guess, 3-4 years now, and Husqvarna along with him supporting our race team, and I got to thank him a lot. We got Nick Conti with First Choice Equipment. They sell lifts, compressors, shop equipment. It's another tie-in with racing and automotive. Nick's been with me 3-4 years too, and you know, I've got lifts in both my buildings here that Nick's installed. His team of experts come in and put them up. They sure make life a lot easier. We have a lot of his shop equipment in our shops that we use. They're a good sponsor too. Like I said, Nick's been with me for 3-4 years, and all of them, Bob, Donnie, and Nick, and everybody, they're more than sponsors, we're friends. We do dinner and stuff and special stuff together, and I'm proud to call them my friends too, same with Kevin. As far as this upcoming year, we're kind of excited. We got a brand new Bicknell car here, 2020 Bicknell. It's going to go along with my 2019 Bicknell that I ran last year, and I still have a 2016 Bicknell. So we got 3 cars to go race with this year. Kind of a lot for a guy that's trying to slow down, but I still enjoy racing, and we'll probably start up in Florida. I'm looking forward to that, getting down there, Speed Week and all the excitement and stuff, and hopefully the warm weather, and have a good time down there, have a little bit of a vacation with the guys and stuff, and hang out. And we enjoy going down there and hanging out at the beach and stuff, and looking forward to that. That'll be the start of the season for us, and then we'll come back, and hopefully Bridgeport will have all their improvements done to their track, their new high bank to whatever, 3/8, half mile, third, whatever it's going to be. I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty intense. I mean, I know Doug Rose and Richie did a hell of a job at Kutztown there, bringing racing back to that area, and I think it's going to be a pretty cool deal down there at Bridgeport this year. I think you're going to see some really good racing on this track. They kind of based it off of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. It's a pretty racy place from what I've seen in videos of it, and kind of excited about that. We're gearing up, getting our cars ready. I got to get my 2019 ready for Florida, and I got to get my 2020 ready for Bridgeport. I've got my motors out, getting freshened up, and that's another one I got to put a thanks out to this year. Bob Renault for giving us good power, and Pat Morrison. They're the 2 motor builders we use, and we've been fortunate to have good motors and power and stuff. Same with our Bicknell cars here. They've been real steady and fast all year. No matter where we were, we're pretty fast for not a full-time deals like guys that run 100 races a year. I don't do that no more. I'm running maybe 30. But the other thing that I'm looking forward to this year is jumping back into a speedster. Bridgeport's going to have some speedster shows, and I worked out a deal with Bob Hummer and Rodota Trucking. I'm going to drive his car. We're going to maintain it here, and probably maybe a few races at Kutztown, but probably mostly Bridgeport. And Bob's also going to help me out with my modified program this year. Just remember that, Rodota Trucking, that's the name of the company, and that's the sponsor of the Speedster this year, along with an associate sponsor with my modified. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, and working with Bob, and running both cars down there at Bridgeport will be a challenge. We're kind of retooling our trailer a little bit to fit both cars in, so we don't have to take 2 trucks and trailers. Fit the Speedster in the front and then the Modify behind that. And I think I got it all figured out, and it'll work out. But kind of excited, like I said, about next year. Bridgeport's going to be different with this track, and this is our bye year, so we'll have our open house in July. Look forward to having all our fans stop in, and people that aren't fans that want to see what we do too, and come into our shop, go through the trophy room, see how we work on the cars. We'll have them on display. We haven't picked out a date yet, but it's usually in July. And I always look forward to that. I think maybe we might have it every year, but we do it every other year. And we'll probably pick some benefit to try to help out this year somebody. We usually do that every year with our open house, have a raffle or something, a door, body part or something that we raffle off to go towards charity or some needy cause. So we'll probably do that in July. Like I said, I'm pumped up. It'll be like 45 years or better in racing that I've been in, and I'm still pumped and ready to go. So I'm looking forward to getting going in 2020 with my new Bicknell cars here, and hopefully we'll have some good results.